Oh, well, the usual Kolkata roller coaster is bound to happen when you're chasing 205 for a win. This is Cricbuzz Comm Box with a little update on the chase. I'm Gaurav Kapur, with me, Joy Bhattacharjya. Well, we predicted one thing, right? It was going to be hammer and tongs, Joy.
Yeah, they went for it. And I think the top order did whatever they could. I think they played the way they needed to play. Now the point is their strength is this middle order. And of those three top middle order players, one has already failed them. Karthik is gone. Just two left. They need to make these guys need to make it count.
Yeah, and perhaps do for Russell what Glenn Maxwell and Devdutt Padikkal did for AB de Villiers, right? I mean, set up a little platform, a springboard, and say, listen, we're going to get it to 150, we're going to get it to 140, and even if there's 4 or 5 overs left, Russell has a chance then, right? Because that's the one way that he goes.
Absolutely. I think that's what they'll be looking to do. They're not going to be bothered about getting it below 10. As long as they can keep it 13, 14, 15, if Russell strikes it 13, 14, 15 is nothing for them. The point is to bring the game close enough for that to work. If one of them gets out now and Russell has to come in now, I think it's going to be very difficult for them in the next couple of overs.
And one of the people who you can count on to get it close, I mean, there's a few people in world cricket who are super reliable, and Ewan Morgan is definitely one of them. And he's at the crease right now. He's going at a run a ball. He's got 12 runs of 11 balls. Let's have a look at what the Bangalore bowlers have done for them. The great news is Yuzi Chahal, who didn't have 2 very good games, has had a fantastic game so far. He's picked up 2 wickets in his 3 overs of 14 runs. And, it's... what's that phrase in Hindi? Sone pe suhaga for Bangalore, right?
No, absolutely. And I think the important thing is that he's coming to form and he's their experienced bowler. If you look at it, we were talking about this before the game. It's a comparatively inexperienced bowling attack. The interesting one out there is 2 of their bowlers have not bowled at all. Harshal Patel, who's expected to bowl at the death, which I can understand. Because remember, Kyle Jamieson has gone for 20 in his overs. They cannot bring in Shahbaz. Shahbaz, this pitch actually works for Shahbaz, but they don't want to bring in Shahbaz as long as they're 2 left-handers. The problem is they can't leave it for too long either. Because if they leave it for too long, moment is past the 12th, 13th over, Shahbaz can't bowl. They'll have to bring back Jamieson then. So they're hoping for a wicket, or at some point in time, they'll throw in Shahbaz. And that's the interesting matchup that I'm looking forward to seeing.
And the thing is that if these calculations are happening in the Bangalore skipper's head, trust me, they're also happening in Ewan Morgan's head. And he's looking around and saying, all right, whose overs are to come? Who's going to bowl at who? You don't become a World Cup winning captain without knowing a few tricks and staying a step ahead of your opponent. So I feel like there's an interesting chess game that's coming up in the back 10. Well, listen, I mean, they need about 130 odd to win 10 overs. They only have 6 wickets in hand, but they've got some good hitters there, and they've got some solid batting as well. So I feel like this is going to be fun. I don't think it's going to peter out, Joe. I feel like it's going to go till the end. This is going to be an exciting game.
I certainly hope so. I think it's all set up well. And see, Morgan has to come to the party at some point in time. He hasn't yet. So both Russell and Morgan have not fired. It's odds on at some point they'll fire. I hope this game gets close, because if they do, it'll be a fascinating match.
We want to see it. That's what we want to see. We're going to see you at 7:15 with Cricbuzz Live. This is all we have for you in this update. Thank you for watching Cricbuzz Comm Box.